I'm dipping in my seven. I'm bouncing in my seven. I'm riding in my seven. I got that free gas 7.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy LSN Rock 244. So as you can see, we got the harness out in the garage. Was just getting it out of the house, you know, all that good shit. As I was doing some research, and as I've been told, there's a slight difference between the harness for the 4L60 6.0 and the 4L80 6.0, or just the 60 and the 80. The plug on here is different. This is the 60, or correction, this is the 80. And as you can see, there's only now no wires were removed from this plug when I reworked it, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Trying to spread them all out, but there's 11 wires on this plug. And this is the plug for the 4L80. Now, if you look at a 4L60 plug, which I happen to have a harness right here for, the plug for the transmission has more than 11, excuse me. There is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 wires. So there is a 2-wire difference. Where exactly those wires are or what they go to, we're gonna have to find a schematic and find out for sure. And if those wires are going back, if those wires run back all the way into the harness, then what exactly, pray tell, needs to be done? So I'm not gonna hold up the starting of the Caprice or switching the harnesses over. I still plan to get it done this weekend and all that stuff. However, until those plugs are identified and they're either added to this harness. So, because it can go two ways. The 2 wires, or the pinning for the 4L60, yeah, the pinning for this 4L60 plug can be made identical to the 4L80. I mean, the 4L80 can be made identical to this one by adding 2 wires and then running them all the way back to the harness or the ECM. Or we can just rework this 4L60 harness and do it like that. So I'm not exactly sure, because I'm not sure what 2 wires from the 80 to the 60 are interchanged. So let me find some schematic stuff and then we'll get back to you. Alright, so from what I gather, it is more than just those 2 wires, if I'm not mistaken. Because this is like an additional speed sensor, I believe. I think this is like an additional speed sensor for the 80E that is not used on the 60E. I didn't remove it from the harness though. Not only that, but know what? I think I got a different idea for this shit. I'm not gonna cheat y'all. I'm not gonna cheat y'all at a video about making my harness work. But what I'm going to have to do is I'm gonna have to rework another harness, because the issue that you run into with this is finding additional wires that are long enough to run all the way. So I want to do it right or whatever. So what I'm gonna do is what I just said I'm gonna do, and what that is that I'm gonna rework another harness. This may be a harness that we could use for the Cutlass, because of the fact that we might be running the forehead or this 350 behind it. It will work for that application. However, if we want to run a 4L60 in the back of this Cutlass or behind the motor in the Cutlass, we need a transmission with the correct plug and additional wires. Now, a lot of people might be like, well, wouldn't it be easier just to find a couple wires and run them through? It might be. Possibly. I don't know. Like, the way I look at it, this one is already done. The other way I look at it is that this one is already set up. It's already set up for a 60E. I don't have to remove no wires. Like, honestly, on this one, I wouldn't even have to bust it all the way down if I didn't want to. But I know me, and I know that I will. So I'd rather just bust this one down all the way and then rework it, and then do it for the 60E for the car. So, like I said, we will not cheat you out of the start, because we will put this harness on the C10 to show you that it works. Because I'm curious, just like y'all curious, did I do this shit right? So, knowing now that we have the capability, knowing now that we had the capability to fix it, because as you know, we did some work on this harness the other week. You know what I'm saying? So we no longer have it's gonna make me out a liar, ain't you? Son of a bitch, it's gonna make me out to be a liar. He knew damn well I was coming over here to crank it. This is gonna make me out to be a fucking liar. So I got to be the most notorious for this shit. The reason why it sounded different before is because there was no fucking gas in it. It crunked the other night. I I was not so certain about it. And then I went and cranked it up today. And then I realized that on the harness, another wire had come loose. So I'm about to put that in there. But even with this harness loose, see, I just had it over to the battery. I mean, even with this wire loose, I can still come over here and crank the truck. Even my gas hand moved. Like the gas hand actually moved. We put 5 gallons in there. It moved it up. I'm gonna put this other 5 in here. Well, 4 and some change. Let me put that in there. But yeah, man, I just thought that was just the oddest thing. Sometimes it's the simplest things that get biased and stuff. So while that wire did need to be repaired, and I'm pretty sure that wire was the one that was keeping it from starting, this wire, however, is not. So I'm going to take that wire along with the wire that we need for the fans, and I'm going to go ahead and wire those together and into the harness. So, but before, like I was saying before, I ran out on a tangent and the truck wouldn't start, and then I freaked out and whatever. Got that figured out. So, what we'll do, and I'm trying to think which is gonna be easier. Like I was saying, we can pull this harness off of here and make it the one, or hook everything up to the truck just to see if that harness works, to see if our work is able to work, boo boo boo, whatever. Then go back, rework the other harness, which we'll be able to control the 460E with, and then that harness will be the one that for certain goes on the one that goes on the Caprice. So that's it, man. That's it. So recap. The first harness we did, supposed to be for the Cutlass, or supposed to be for the Caprice. It's probably gonna be for the Cutlass. But to make sure that harness works, we're going to put it on the C10 and fire it off. If, and I'm sure that it will, if it works, that will be the one for the Cutlass. Because of the fact that we need a 460E transmission plug for that one. And it has to be on the computer too. So what I'm going to do is do another harness for that one with the 460 plug on there, because the one that we have is a 480 plug. It's not going to work. We will take that harness, put it over there, just scratch all that shit. Doing too much. It's too much shit going on. So the harness that we did, it's gonna go on the C10 to make sure it works. If it works, all is good. We might even, I won't say that we'll sell this harness that we got, but it could be sold. Then we're gonna do another harness, and that one's gonna be for the Caprice. The reason that the one that we were using before cannot be used is because of the fact that it needs a 4L60E plug. The difference between the 4L60E and the 4L80 plug is about 2 wires that have to be long enough to run from the transmission plug all the way to the ECU. So, being that really the only way to kind of do that right now and have the correct ends for that is to go through another harness and pull one out. we might as well just rework one of the other harnesses and get it that way. So, more for me to do. I'm gonna do a harness. So, yeah, let's get it. So, yeah, I think that's it. All right, guys. See you later. It's your boy, LSA Rock 254. Remember, identify your weaknesses, make your strength. I know I'm doing a lot, and I'm really trying to get this shit done. And I kind of don't want to pull it. Oh, man. What the fuck should I do? We're gonna do another harness. Point blank period. We may be able to do another harness and just take the block off of that one since the colors won't need it right now anyway, and do it that way. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to think of some shit. But I know, because I still need a computer for when that harness starts, or when that, because when the harness gets put on the Caprice, is up and running. Because like I said, we still gonna need a transmission. Whoa, fucking bees trying to fucking take me out. Once that harness gets on the car, I know we're not gonna want to fucking try to retake it off or some shit. So I don't know, man. Just stay tuned for another video. It's your boy, LSA Rock 254. Remember, identify your weaknesses, make strength.